Machines. Machines. Crazy machines. And then it dies. How do you want to do this? This is my basement where all of my stuff is stored. Welcome. You know what? We'll just do the rounds.
Yeah.
This chair was at a place, I got it from a place called Train Store Antiques or something in Mena, Arkansas, from a lady named Judy. This was my uncle's, and I remember being a baby and looking at this thing and being mesmerized by it. Dancing Tiger. Softex. I have two of these. These are MiG 100Hs. The other one is in North Carolina. I have to go get it. So this is probably my favorite amp. And I love to get to use it whenever we're touring in the States. This one is a little guy I actually got from St. Augustine. It's a bass-off blues midget. So I cover the midget just because I don't like to say it or see it that much. But killer amp. It's like a little basement. Old PV, what are these called? 1516s. It's 2 8s and a 15 per cab. I have one inverted and different voice speakers. So this one's kind of like throaty. I use it as a distortion amp. Clean, dirty rig. And I just wanted to hear some different shit. So I stopped at one. I put that one in. I was like, you know what? Good enough. It sounds decent. And this AER acoustic amp, not very seen in the US. Over here, we have the rack of acoustics and acoustical things. 92-ish, 91-ish Godin, pre-MIDI Godin, before they did the Variac system. Love it. Needs new strings, but very cool guitar. It stays in tune on the road better than anything else that I've had. And thin enough to fit in a normal guitar vault. 1970s Bojo. This was a Serbian guitar luthier who went to Japan to one of those lawsuit guitar factories and was teaching them about his style of building guitars. So he made two different kinds while I was there. This one is off of the factory, so the workers made this to all of these specifications, and then the ones he did himself have like a bunch of inlays, crazy mother of pearl, everything. I personally like this one better, but great guitar. Heavy for an acoustic. This is a Yamaha FG 120, FG 60, one of those. Came with this pickup from the factory. This is like the Elliott Smith guitar. I don't think his had this, but maybe it did. Yeah, with this thing in here, it's kind of dead sounding in the room, but great guitar. Has gone on a couple tours. You know, stuff's fun for a while, and then it's not, and then it's fun again. And I'm sure that's how this ended up with me. Somebody liked it, and then they sold it to a pawn shop, and then I bought it, and then, you know, maybe I'll play it again someday. This is a sassafras leaf. It's what they used to make root beer out of. Not the leaves. They'd make it out of the roots, but sassafras. Also a pawn shop guitar, a Fender Gemini 1. I bought this for $80 at a pawn shop one day because I was bored. And I don't even think I had a house. I think I was living in my truck and I needed a guitar to play. Oh yeah, I should have tuned. I've written a good majority of all of my songs on this guitar for the past, I don't know, 8 to 10 years, probably. So, not bad for $80. Because the pick card's going off. I need to take it back to Matt and get him to fix it. But this is a Matt Banker. I don't know how many acoustics he has made. I feel like this was number like 6 or something. I have no idea. But this is a very cool, nice ladder braced style. So like a pre-war kind of style. Dreadnought. Homemade guitar from the dude. Very nice gift. And yeah, need to get back to him to fix this. Funny, he made me like, he painted this thing tobacco burst or like sunburst or something, and I was like, as we were talking about finishes and whatever, I was like, yeah, you know, anything but like tobacco burst. And he's like, oh man. I bet. And he showed me a picture of it done. I was like, oh man. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it off. I was like, that must have been awful. So sorry, Matt. But I really like the guitar, so thank you very much. This is cool. This is a Sonosax. They use these primarily in filming for like TV or movies, but they use these a lot in different circumstances to record conversation or spoken word. So I thought that's great because mostly how I like to record is live. I'd like to get the clearest kind of representation of what I'm doing, and very cool little mixer from the Swiss or the French. One of those people make it. And a small little disorganized rack unit for a little home recording stuff. Got some cool little pedals. Got drawers full of junk. Look at this. Look at this rat's nest. Some things you shouldn't see. I've had this throwing star since I was 12. Saved up my money and bought a throwing star. Pedals, pedals, gear, pedals. Oh my gosh. Beat making machines. Jerk off machines. Microphones. All things that just live in little drawers until I decide I need them. Hey, posters. Blacklight posters. Strings and tubes and Velcro. All the little pieces that you collect over time. Another thing you used to see, like when you watch old like Neil Young live videos, he has like a whole rack of these tuned to different strings. But yeah, the old Strobo tuner intonator. Cool machine. This was my dad's. They don't make them like they used to. Big and heavy. And you have to kind of like, you have to have like a special touch to work these kind of things, like reading the dials and stuff, but you don't need to anymore. AI does it all for you. Here we have some more amplifiers. I was about to say some new and some old, but they're all pretty old. This one is the oldest. It's from 1939, a Gibson EH-185. This came in like a cabinet that was like piggybacked, so you would take it out at the show and set it on the ground or something back in the day. But this is just a head that I got from a guy who was recreating and making clones of these old amplifiers, because Charlie Parker, I think, played them. It's like Django, the whole like gypsy jazz kind of early guitar music. So very cool amp. This is a homemade speaker, not by me. Has a creamback in it, 12-inch creamback. Very crazy 210 Sovtek homebrew that I actually just found like the provenance sticker in here. What does it say? Keith Applebaum or something made this amp in California in the year 2000. And it's cool. Sovtek never made anything like this, like a little Fender style combo. All of their speakers are like vertical in a combo or in a speaker cabinet. So I'm a big Sovtek freak. I saw this on a forum and hounded this guy. It took me like 2 weeks to find him by stalking him online, and finally bullied him enough to sell his amp to me once he like found out that it wasn't a scam. Yeah, and it was like a long drawn out process, but I'm glad that it finally made it here because I really love it. It's a MiG 150 in this little combo form. And they did a mod to the amp back here to where you can bridge the inputs and use them both. So not that you really need it, it's already crazy loud, but if you wanted to do it that way, you could do it that way. This is a 1965 or 66 B15 flip top named David. They used to do these little plexiglass things back in the day you could order and get your name carved on it. So that's pretty cool. My dad's name is not David. He's the one that got this amp. But yeah, should say Mike. But I kind of like that the amp's name is Dave. This is a early 60s Rogers kit. I'm sure to the drummers that are seeing this video, I'm sure this looks very weird with the cymbal in the drum, flat style, whatever, but this is the only way I can play them. And yeah, weird. It's like it used to be fully the whatever that kind of finish is, this like zebra stripey, tiger stripe stuff was all over it, but somebody refinished it and kept the hoops. And it's cool. I'm not a very good drummer, but I really like this kit, and it just sits here, and I wail on it every couple days. Jazz. This Wurlitzer that I got at a trailer park where I was trying to buy pickled quail eggs in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. I've been trying to buy eggs from these people for a long time, but it was never open when I went by them. Even the times listed, they weren't there, so I got really frustrated and even left like a message being like, hey, I've tried to come here a bunch of times and buy stuff, but you're never here, and I don't think I'm going to try to come back. And then the next time I was driving by it, it was open for once, and stopped in, and they didn't have any quail eggs, but they had this 205 sitting there. And it's crackly, and it's old, and it's weird. Needs some tuning. This and that. That's how you know it's good. It's a million beers and cigarettes. Ooh, that amp is buzzy. This is a Hohner Pianette. You see how I have to duck my head everywhere I go? It's like I'm gonna end up like one of those little crooked old guys. This is a Hohner Pianette. It's kind of like a Rhodes. It's like a little mini Rhodes. Not as many keys, but has still kind of the same tine system. But it's only 40 pounds instead of like 140 pounds. So very cool. Just packs up into a little guitar case. Get those nice sweet Rhodes chimes there. Very cool. Very nice. And then on to the Mellotron. I think everybody knows what a Mellotron is pretty much. It used to be a tape machine, spools of tape and different relays, and it's basically a big sampler at this point. If you're not using the real like magnetic tape one, this is just a sampler with a bunch of different samples on it. You can't even load your own in there, I don't think. But it's cool. It's like, this company in particular is from Berlin. They're called Mimotron, so it's not Mellotron, but they went and recorded I don't know how many different actual old Mellotrons, like 50 something, and built all of these databases. So the samples are very cool. Little piece of nostalgia, if not maybe outdated at this point in our digital age, but cool to have anyways. And the little CP reface, a very powerful machine. If you know, you know. Very cool to have around. And I have it running through, some effects. The Mellotron goes through this organ simulator with the drawbars and like the D-beam and all the crazy stuff. Yeah, see the D-beam is controlling the rotary speed at this moment. Just a few little things, delays, what have you, through the key Largo and out to whatever you're monitoring or wherever you're recording. And that is my whole key world. I have too many guitars, and they all kind of mean a little. Oh, they all they all kind of mean they have a little bit of meaning and sentimentality. Bass number 1, a Kent 833 or something, 834. Just a cool hollow body, non-violin bass style hollow body short scale. This is one of my favorites. This is a 60s K Swingmaster or Speed Demon. There's like they had a couple different names because this guitar came out under a bunch of different company names like K Craftsman or K or Airline. Very cool. You don't see like Kleenex box pickups on a lot of guitars around, and they have like definitely their own strange sound. But I love any guitar that doesn't have the Bigsby arm on it. That's like a comfort zone for me, is being able to bend like this instead of like having to grab an arm and do anything. Makes me feel more in tune with this, very temperamental piece of wood. This is a 72 Schecter P-bass. Schecter wasn't even like a company, so who knows who made it? Probably Schecter himself. It's an awesome bass. It sounds great. It's survived a lot. Needs a little bit of work, just like everything else in here, but very worn in, standard P-bass style bass. Been through a lot. It's the next P-bass style that I have, the only other one I have. This is a 63 P-bass, jazz bass kind of hybrid here that was custom made by some friends of my father's way back in the day. Have these phases that switch the pickups have these switches that take the pickups out of phase. This one is jammed in there since day one and has never been fixed. But this is great. This is a studio killer. You can literally do anything with this bass. Yeah, if it weren't for me playing the other ones for so long, I think I would be playing this one like fully live, because it's just very forgiving and broken in and reliable. So yeah, this may be my favorite sounding bass of all time. Oh my god, my life is ruled by wood and wires. This is the guy. This is the guy I've been playing for the past couple years. I'd say more than a couple, but Ness Custom. I think he made it in 2019 or something. No, that'd be too late. I don't remember what year he made this for me, but I've loved it ever since, and it's been pretty much bass number 1 since I got it. Yeah, made by Derek over at Eastside Music Supply. Goes under the name of Ness Customs. Got this to replace the old bass, and it's just a reliable workhorse drop tuner, crucial for the music that we play, and yeah, made to specifications. The Doom Broom. Love the Doom Broom. This is the OG Doom Broom. 72 Rickenbacker 4001. I just removed the pickup guard maybe like a month ago, because it had gotten to the point where the plastic was warped and it was getting stuck on the strings and like causing hell. So I finally ended up being one of those Rick players that took the thing off, but it needed it at this point. Love this. Leather patch, no headstock, social security number from somebody, no serial number, one working jack. The beast. This is a 66 Rickenbacker 450-12. I think I got those numbers right. But it was, yeah, like a small body 12-string guitar. It had a longer horn, but as we all know, those don't survive very long here. So chopped horn Rick guitar version. This is the one that I made to do all of the Dying Surfer stuff. But after the record, actually, I played my SG for all the guitar lines on Dying Surfer. But then I had this made to play live. And after a couple of years, it just got to be too much. My fingers are too fat for these little skinny Rickenbacker necks, so this turned into the fast-paced strumming guitar, like for Bruce Lee and songs like that, where it's just kind of like punk stylings, and I was actually on a guitar. So this was that one, and I love it for that kind of stuff. It's really fun to play. Very small, highly customized stickers and whatever. I call this one Bucky because it has these 2 extra tuners for the 2 extra strings here. So Bucktooth. After Dying Surfer came out, we were flying over to Europe, and I brought this guitar and my bass, but we had those soft like mono cases where you could like flip it over and you could store a guitar. It's like 2 guitars in one soft bag, basically. It was a nightmare. We flew into Jordan and demanded that we see our guitars. They're like, we have to see them, because and they're like, okay, fine. And they pulled them and then went through and whatever. But yeah, going around Europe with like your 2 most valuable possessions in a sock, basically, flying all over the world. Not recommended. Buy cases. Buy cases early, because we'll need them later. Oops, that's not how that works. Oh yeah, did it to where it's like volume, master, tone. So you weren't like fucking around with a lot of stuff. That's a Nagra. That's a mono Nagra. Again, used in like film recording, music recording, just like one of the highest, if not the highest quality brand of reel-to-reel field recorders. This one is not like top of the line or anything. Mostly people want like the stereo ones in different models, but I bought this from a really cool musician in town named Spencer Cullum. And he sold it to me, and I have yet to use it, but I'm really stoked to do so whenever I do. So yeah, next to the Nagra are these 2 Marantz systems, which are like basically like the baby brothers of that in a different era. It all works on cassette. So cassette field recorders. This one's cool. Used to be owned by the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, and it came with all of these warnings and stickers on it whenever I bought it, because you can easily turn this into like a phone tapping thing. I'm sure they used it for all kinds of situations at a hotel. Or you can turn them into a delay unit, or you can just record your music into them and be done with it. King of Tool Mountain. My favorite tool? Probably just a good old-fashioned knife. I think you can get a lot done with a knife. But I also like, I don't know. These needle noses are pretty cool. You ever seen a raw chunk of lead? I always forget that I have it in here. This is my grandpa's old toolbox. There it is. Hunk of lead. Some folks are bold, glad to wave the flag. Whoa, that red, white, and blue.